Climate change is a global challenge facing the entire world, and in recognizing this, the world came together in 1992 and established the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which was charged with the responsibility of advising the world governments in responding to this challenge. Even with the annual global meetings, Conference of Parties, COP, held to develop policies aimed at responding to this problem, not much has been realized. In fact, the impact of climate change, such as erratic rainfall patterns resulting in food insecurity, among others, is still on the rise. Youth in Kenya had been planning an activity that would mobilize communities and garner political support towards action. At the same time, faith communities were mobilizing their congregations for engagement with leaders during COP17. This gave birth to the We Have Faith, Act Now for Climate Justice campaign.
We call on all South Africans, all Africans, and all citizens of every country in the world to sign our We Have Faith petition. This calls for world governments to reach a fair and legally binding agreement at the COP17 climate change talks to ensure the future of coming generations. We also ask all congregations of all faiths to hold these talks in December in their prayers, and especially to pray on December the 4th. God bless you.
We are Kenyans. We have faith.
This is the Nairobi Climate Justice Concept, which is part of the wider We Have Faith Act Now for Climate Justice campaign. We're sitting here in Nairobi and we have several concerts lined up.
Andika tu hiyo kwa Facebook, andika tu hiyo kwa Twitter, andika tu hiyo kwa Google. Ingia hapo, soma hiyo information tuko nayo. Jaribu kuunderstand nini tunasema. Isikakuwa tulienda Durban, tukajienjoy. Kweni accountable, jueni nini tunafanya, tufuateni, ambieni mabeste wenyu, ambieni mafamily, ambieni kila mtu. Sababu tumeweka hii concert ndio tuwaambie.
The selection process of the participants was interesting because those who were selected came from very varied backgrounds. Many people had applied, and the Caravan participants were beginning to gel across 17 countries: Africans, Asians, Americans, Europeans, Canadians. And in that, they were trying to find the thing that brought them together was climate justice, engaging with climate change from annex one country to the developing countries, to the least developed countries, and yet they were going to together sleep rough in tents for the first time for many of them. For some of them, learning how to wash their clothes, washing dishes, and being able to move quickly. But that created bonds. Some camps, you'd find scorpions, snakes. Then the young men would look after the young women. The young women would look out for the young men, nurturing each other, supporting each other, and expanding their comfort zones across cultures, across languages, across the genders. Something beautiful was emerging. It didn't have a name yet, but it looked like love, compassion, unity, courage, that in fact they are involved in something big, something bigger than they've ever known, climate justice.
Welcome to Temeke. Good. Temeke Bagala.
I am from Ethiopia. I'm part of the Caravan team that's going from Nairobi to Durban. This is our second country to stop, Tanzania. We were in Nairobi and we are going to have the second concert today. This is a very beautiful country. We don't have this back home, and I'm very much enjoying Tanzania, and I hope whatever is going to happen in the COP17 meeting in Durban, we help save our earth, we help save this beautiful nature.
Unajua mazingira ya nchi yanasababishwa na uharibifu wa misitu na kadhalika. Ndio sababu kuu ambayo inafanya kwamba mvua isipatikane, na vile vile kuacha mazingira ambayo tulikuwa tunatumia hapo kale. Sasa kutokana na mtazamo huo ndio maana kwamba hali ya hewa imebadilika, na kweli wa Tanzania imefikia mahala kwamba tuko katika nafasi mbaya kabisa kimaendeleo na katika mazingira na hali ya kiuchumi.
Upon arriving in Dar es Salaam, the youth from the different countries represented had a minute to share their expectations and opinions on climate change. The countries represented included Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, Rwanda, Zambia, Senegal, Ethiopia, Cameroon, South Africa, Botswana, Bangladesh, Canada, USA and Norway. The guest of honour was the Vice President of Tanzania, Dr. Mohamed Bilali.
So, hello, my name is Steinar Grastveit. I'm from Norway, from an organization called Changemaker. And we are here now because we want to go all the way to Durban, because we want to push the politicians to get to a ambitious and legally binding agreement down in the COP17. Well, now we are on our way. We have come to Dar es Salaam. We're having a big concert. It's a huge show with lots of people. We are here to talk about the climate changes, and we want climate justice, you know. So we want to get people to sign our petition, so we can go down to Durban and push our politicians down there. Already when we were in Nairobi, we got 9,500 people to sign our petitions in one day, so we hope to do just as well today.
Basically, the simple fact that the countries have come together and they are talking and there is negotiation, that's a good sign. And I think this time will be hard more, because we have gone beyond and the African countries are fighting to make their voice be heard. So I think I'm more positive on the results, and we hope we get a legal binding agreement and hope for the best.
Kamse amedish fish last year bado inanukia na angalia mbele direction ya dashboard, though side mirror iko kunikumbusha nitokako. Mdomo zao tutatafutia stepla, unaongea 2012 mabiligi na
From the campsite we occupied, we could see a spectacular view of Lake Malawi and the tributaries freely flowing into it. It's a daunting thought that if the devastating effects of climate change aren't stopped, even the beautiful sight of Lake Malawi could become a memory from the past.
Kila Jumapili chachi toshe waumini. Myself kwa chef my words manze. Passport 180 pages. Speaker wa marende. Sikulipa rent na food kwa womb. Usilipe rent kwa 8 bedroom.
Songwe River is an important part of the locals' daily lives. The river isn't as clean as it could be, and the locals ignore the dangers of some of the diseases such as typhoid, cholera and other waterborne diseases the river carries. The level of the water in the Songwe River appears generous, but the rate at which the locals are felling trees and burning forests means that the river may not survive to see future generations drink from it. Despite being one of the world's poorest countries, Malawi is known for its hospitality and warm, welcoming people. On reaching Malawi, there were performances from the caravan from artists such as the Tenzing Group of Norway, the Botswana Dance Group and Giuliani from Kenya.
Talk about music is very effective when it comes to communicating to the society. So in this case, I've taken part and joined with the group to sensitize about climate change.
Welcome to Zambia. We have faith.
I have been on this tour since Nairobi. It has been an incredible learning experience. I was sent here through the CRWRC with 2 other people, the Christian Reform World Relief Committee, and our job as a media team, we were sent as a media team, and our job was to kind of collect the stories, document the events, document the caravan, and provide links back to the church in North America to say, hey, here's what's happening with climate change.
The caravan embarked on the now familiar routine every morning, whether travelling for short or long distances. Livingston is known for the Great Victoria Falls, which trickle down full of life, with water to form a perfect sight of nature.
Yeah, nikawa napiga picha ya ID, hawa smile ni kubaya ai, wanacheza bano na makademia na salafu wanalienja ignorance, walitucheka etinika tumechanganikiwa ka pudding.
On our journey to Botswana, the distinctive towns we passed through were Palapi, Malapi and Francistown. As we arrived in Gaborone, Team John Moll riders from Rosessa escorted the caravan to the 3 Digozi monuments, and we were met by the Botswana National Youth Council. Their chairman, Mr. Metha Mokwena, urged the youth to take up responsibility for the environment, to safeguard it for future generations. He also urged the youth to take up leadership positions and participate fully in all decision making at all levels.
I want a resolution to be made during the COP17 in Durban that will also, have a positivity in the climate change. We have
yetu si black, wanaidharau eti si wax. Tukiwa kwa streets tuna beatbox, but the present ikichana na una locks. Wana expect ni waombe fair, nisaidie na blue dude. Nywele yako si refu ya ponytail, shuka matuta tu, waliniambia nikawajibu. Si settle for less man, na dan kwa rims ya success nipite. Hata bila height ya Scottie Pippen, nina mentality ya Rosa Parks. Kwa bus, kwa kiti sitoki, kasi sisi sioni. Relax, ka nywele imepakwa dax. Nini wewe? Zitaendeshwa na nani kasi sisi? Zitanunuliwa na nani kasi sisi? Kutabadilishwa na nani kasi sisi? Simanishi mwingine, ni wewe na wewe na mimi. Yeah. Hey, hey.
Our caravan journey continued, and eventually we reached South Africa. In Pretoria, our schedule was filled with many environmental engagements which ran throughout the day. The Nasrec train station shelters the climate train, whose idea was conceptualized having in mind the climate change aspects and the vulnerable in society.
I'm really looking forward to sharing more with my fellow South Africans about what I've learned about climate change and other issues related to climate change.
The climate train was developed to help engage the local and vulnerable communities who suffer most from the impacts of climate change.
Si character, YouTube, Yahoo, Google, info unataka kupata.
There's no more time for delay, for obfuscation. Now the time has arrived. We must have a binding agreement in Durban at the end of COP17. Finished.
And this is what it's all about, and this is the beginning of what we are fighting for, what we had to do throughout Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, na sasa tuko hapa hivi. So we thank everybody that has been supporting us, and I thank you for being with us all through and praying for us to be here.
To join you here today on the eve of COP17, COP7. The Executive Secretary of the UNFCCC, when we were dancing with her here, was saying, Maita, I wish you know how blessed you are to be born in this beautiful country, South Africa. As I promised, I will do my very best to bring parties together and to facilitate consensus.